Hello and welcome to another update video about SHIB, Shiba Inu. Price did move up in quite a choppy fashion, however. I did add a potential micro count here to this movement that started on the 10th of June. And I only see 3 waves so far, so I still consider that just as an A, B, C structure within a larger A wave. Because it's 3-wave like and is not this cannot be impulsive because of all these overlaps. So it's choppy price action, not very clear due to that, but we can identify some structures, and I would call that an A wave, which at some point will be expected to break down in a B wave. And if it can hold then this support area and it's too early to confirm that, then it could rally in a C wave higher. So there is potential upside still. And we are approaching that resistance level that I highlighted in previous videos at 120. So what we see here is this resistance level. It's the previous Fibonacci resistance, as well as structural resistance. And it could add as a so-called neckline for an inverse head and shoulders pattern if price wants to break higher. So obviously it could do something like that, this support area, bear in mind, will also be lifted higher if price pushes a little bit higher. Also, the right shoulder can, of course, be a bit lower than the left one. So I would expect if we complete this A wave, and it might be complete already, but could still go a little higher as long as we're holding above the trend line, I would expect actually to test that 120 level. But then obviously to see some kind of a reaction there, that would be expected. Okay, if it goes through straight away, then it would get quite quickly to the next resistance, but that would be not expected at this stage. That would be at around 160, that previous swing high here, which was made on the 4th of February. So at the moment, I'm looking for maybe one more high here to 120. Or alternatively, if it breaks below the trend line earlier, which it's not doing yet, then it could come down directly to the next trend line. So at the moment, I already posted that earlier on Telegram and Discord. If it's going to attempt a rally, another rally, and an attempt to break or test at least the 120 level, it probably will do that from here. A break below the trend line, so if we get a lasting break below this trend line, it could send us quite quickly to the next one. And in my opinion then would already open the door for a test of the yellow support area. But we're not there yet. First of all, we need to see if this trend line can hold. I think the chances are definitely there, okay? And as I said, this is the ideal spot to turn higher. It's already a pretty full pattern, however, I have to say. It's already pretty full, but that 5th wave could also do with one more high if it needs to. So I would find it quite likely to test that 120 level. We already see that bullish engulfing candle here. Now again, analyzing on such a small time frame, basically looking at an altcoin is sort of unreliable, but obviously that's quite an obvious trend line. We also have 3 touch points now, and the next micro resistance is here at 112. Break above that would send it likely to 120, but then we have a pretty high and full C wave. And if we look at Fibonacci extensions, so obviously if we are dealing here with an ABC structure in the A wave, then, we can look at potential Fibonacci extension levels. And typically what you would expect is for a C wave, the area between the 100% extension, now that was already broken, and the 161.8 extension, not necessarily higher. And this is this area. So somewhere here in this region, we should see a pullback lower. So that's sort of how I see this at the moment. Bear in mind, this is a wave count made up of corrective subwave structures. It's very choppy, but so we cannot fully rely on it. However, we can rely on the Fibonacci levels, and we have some trend lines that can guide us as well, and structural resistance along the way. That's my update about SHIB. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.